Today's devotion is called Guarding with Character, and we are on day 321. And if you're following along on the calendar, we're on November the 17th. And today's morning rinse is Revelation 4 and 5. And the featured verses include Revelation 4, verses 6 through 7. And before the throne, there was something like a sea of glass, like crystal. And in the center and around the throne, 4 living creatures full of eyes in front and behind. The first creature was a lion, the second creature like a calf, and the third creature had a face like that of a man, and the fourth creature was like a flying eagle. So today's morning rinse, which includes Revelation chapter 4 and Revelation chapter 5, it makes it almost incredibly exciting to read about the futuristic scene that John was invited to watch. My mind's eye can only vaguely imagine the breathtaking setting as he was caught up in this vision that revealed what I call heaven's stage. His eyes probably spanned the atmosphere and then landed on Jesus sitting on the throne. And in my opinion, or where I'm at, that would just be enough. That would be enough. There would be no more that I needed to see. But his eyes capture more. They reveal the beauty and the vastness of all of heaven's environment. And it had to be nearly indescribable. I'm sure that there are things that he saw that he had just no way in our earthly English or language to capture everything. But he does illustrate colors, some probably too hard to even define that he saw. He also tells us of a rainbow that's around the throne that illuminated with thunder and lightning above it, and a crystal-like floor paving a way right up to it. It just everything that we read today in the morning rinse just is so beautiful. It's the awestruck wonder, the glory of what we're reading. And this scene culminates an atmosphere of praise with all of the creation giving glory and honor to the one true King. Some of what John writes about is actually very similar to the writings of Daniel and Ezekiel, including the 4 living creatures. And I wonder if John had this aha moment where he enthusiastically thought, this is what they saw too. I mean, wouldn't you, if we saw some of the things that were written in the Bible and we actually got to see them? Scholars agree that these creatures actually are not true animals, but they are a symbol of the characteristics of God, and they give a picture of who he is. The lion represents his majesty and power. The calf, or some Bible translations actually call it an ox, show his faithfulness and servanthood. The man represents his intelligence and his human form coming to us sinless. And the eagle represents his sovereignty and divinity. These creatures embody God's character, which is what guards his throne. So heaven embodies God's character. Do you guard the beauty of your world by your character? This is why I titled today, Guarding with Character. Do we guard the beauty of our world by our mere character? Today's challenge to dig deeper is to underline in your Bible all of the adjectives describing heaven in today's morning rinse. Just like heaven is guarded by God's character, we can also guard our homes. We can also guard our testimony by our character. We can guard our family by our character, by just living out an integrous lifestyle, it's going to cause more blessings and protection from, the enemy. We have to have that character set in place. Our world on this earth is just a small picture of all of God's beauty. And so part of underlining God's characteristics and the adjectives that describe heaven in today's morning rinse, be thankful for what you have and remind yourself that we will see his throne too someday. And I am so excited for that to occur. I hope that as you're reading Revelation 4 and 5 that you capture more of some of the scenes that John saw. And you might have to read these 2 chapters a couple times just to kind of capture some of those adjectives that are describing heaven in it. And it's so fun to see what John, and some people might view him as walking out a prophetic gift and writing it down and letting the world see what he saw. So in your journal, when you're having that evening reflection, write down how you felt about reading this part of the Bible. If you've never read this part of the Bible before, how did you feel about it? Did you have a heart of awe and wonder? Not just of the adjectives that are about heaven, but of the picture of heaven in your own world. We can look at our world and see glimpses of heaven right in our own world. Do you have a greater awe and wonder for that? Has your eyes been open to heaven right on earth, right in your own world? And my imploration to you is do everything you can to protect your world with your character, just as God's throne is protected with his character and those attributes coming forth out of this book and out of these chapters that we read. So I hope that today inspired you and you maybe saw Revelation a little bit different than you might have seen it in the past. And I hope that as we continue walking through this book, that there will be some things that maybe you can understand a little bit more and can honestly be more confident about reading this book. And I'm looking forward to continually walking along this journey. And you know where to get my devotional. It's the link is in the show notes. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the comments section. And until tomorrow, keep rinsing, reflecting, and repeating. God bless you.